The disruption at the country's capital has led city residents to take drastic measures to cope with the reality of dry taps.
Nowhere is the situation more dire than at Nairobi's informal settlement areas.
Timothy Otieno spent the day at one of Nairobi's worst hit areas, where he witnessed as children desperately lined up to fetch the precious commodity from, get this, a sewage system.
Here is that shocking report.
For about a week now, a crisis has been simmering underneath the corrugated iron sheet roofs that make up the mosaic that is East Africa's largest informal settlement area. And here, the dire situation is represented not in the able hands of the adults, but in the vulnerability of these young ones who have now seemingly taken charge of domestic duties, especially since schools have been closed due to the coronavirus. 13-year-old Kennedy Otieno joins his peers on what is now their new normal, making a 3-kilometer walk every day to go fetch water for their households. Ever since the Nairobi City Water and Sewerage Company announced a disruption in water supply thanks to mudslides at the Aberdare ranges that have cut off supply, Nairobi estates, including Kibra, have been hard hit. Kennedy's current source of water might as well be a ticking time bomb. He struggles to get his jerrycan to fetch the dripping liquid from a clear sewage pipeline. Oblivious to the miners here, the water could cause major health problems for them, as it is from a nearby drainage human waste system of an apartment complex.
Na hii hapa yenye mnachota, unajua pahali maji inatoka?
Tunachota tu kwa sababu ni lazima inatusaidia. Na pia ni lazima kwa sababu maji haikwangi na kuna kitu yenye tutatumia.
That desperation is what has led many children, including 12-year-old Zorin, to put the textbooks down and pick up a jerrycan to source for water from this very dangerous flow, where the children themselves step inside the same puddle of water that has been contaminated by human waste to be used sometimes for drinking.
How come you are not at home doing homework or studying? Why do you come to take the water?
Because water is life and we must struggle for it.
And that struggle is as real for the adults just as it is for the children. Miriam Otieno hasn't had water in her house for 2 weeks. Vendors have hiked prices from 5 shillings a jerrycan to about 25 shillings, making it impossible for the mother of one to get regular supply of the precious commodity.
Unapata ni ngumu juu hata uko na maji kibuyu moja, hiyo ndio unataka upikie, hiyo ndio unataka ukunywe, sasa uwezi fua. Saa zingine hata kuoga unasikia mtu anakuambia amemaliza wiki mzima hajaoga.
The situation is dire and widespread at Africa's largest slum. With the threat imposed by the coronavirus, many here are left vulnerable if they can't find enough water to ensure better hygiene standards.
Tunaumia. Choo pia inafungwa, tunaweza enda choo pia hakuna. Sasa tunaomba kama serikali za kusaidia maneno ya maji na maneno ya shawa, atutengenezee maji kuje kwa wingi.
Kwa kusema kweli viongozi wetu hata tuwaoni kwa saa hizi.
The Nairobi City Water and Sewerage Company predicts the fault, which has affected 11.6% of the capital city's supply, could be rectified in 2 weeks' time.
So the government of Kenya and the Ministry of Health, please help us. In this world that we are in, everybody should share the burden. So if you really care about us, please bring for us water. So even us, we can get time to read and study to the television.
In the meantime, the children continue to line up at the sewage line. This is the kind of water many here will depend on for domestic use. And as Kennedy Otieno heads home, he hopes the situation gets better so he can get back to his studies. Timothy Otieno, KTN News.
Well, the grim reality of the water shortage that is currently hitting Nairobi area.
Yeah, quite unfortunate. I actually felt that child. But away